Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for July the 8th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then after that, I'll pull one card for each sign in the zodiac, and we'll see how our predictions pan out like that. Overall energy is showing up as Three of Swords. Didn't we have this recently? Seems like this is not a new energy. It's still in the ethers, apparently, or it's back in. Okay, Three of Swords, heartache or heartbreak. Those are my keywords with this card. Sometimes it's a little bit of heartache. Sometimes it's a massive heartbreak. So it can be anywhere in that range. I have actually had this card come up for something where I saw a uh, story on the news about an animal that actually made me sad enough to shed a tear or two, even though I didn't know the animal. So it doesn't have to be huge. Doesn't have to be huge. We should not all assume the worst just because this card is up, okay? All right, let's see what shows up. This is going to be one for the brave. Put on your seatbelt, put on your hard hat. Okay, Aries. This is interesting. Five of Pentacles showing up in reverse. This tells me that whatever this is that emotionally you're feeling attached to that is not working out well for you actually is a blessing in disguise that it's not working out well. This is allowing you a chance to either be more connected with your friends or allows you to get a breath when it comes to your budget. For some of you, it's going to be both. But I really do get the idea of, blessing in disguise. Things are going to come out of this that are actually good, even though it's rough emotionally right now. Taurus. Taurus. Four of Pentacles showing up here. Taurus, this just tells me there's something that causes you some kind of heartache or heartbreak, but you are not letting other people know that. You're holding it in, not sharing that information with people around you. Next up, we're looking at Gemini. Nine of Swords, Gemini. This just tells me that you're feeling a whole lot of stress about some kind of heartache or heartbreak that is going on for you in your life. It's got you all stressed out. That is the heartache or the heartbreak, is that you're operating in stress. Nine of Swords also has a lot to do with worry. This tells me that that heartache and heartbreak really is not about something that has actually happened, but about something that you're worried about happening, and that's what has you operating in stress because you're worried about it happening. You really want to try, Geminis, if you can, to turn your thinking around and start focusing on wouldn't it be nice if, and then fill in the blank. Doesn't even have to be about the same thing. That helps you to manifest along the lines that you want, because this is going to get you manifesting what you don't want. So we want to switch that up. We want to turn that train around, get it going the other way. Let's look at Cancer. Empress. Empress showing up here. Cancers. Cancers, I think you're the heartbreaker here. I really think you're manifesting those things that you want, that you deserve in your life. And I think that this is shaking somebody up emotionally who you're have some kind of bond with. Maybe they liked it better whenever they were in control of the manifestations, shall we say, before you knew you could manifest things without necessarily having to have them right in the mix. This loss of control is really rough on them. I'm not saying you should change anything. I'm just saying be aware. Also, Cancers, for some of you, I'm picking up that somebody is jealous that you're able to manifest what you want to manifest. Excuse me. Leo. Hi, Priestess. Showing up here. Leos, here's what I'm going to tell you. I think you're picking up on the idea that somebody in your sphere of influence is having a hard time emotionally, heartbroken or heartache, something going on there. I think you're picking up on that. They may not be sharing it with you very much. They may be a Taurus. They may be holding it back, but I think you're picking up on it. Whatever, whatever is this, I think you're picking up on how they're feeling at least, if not exactly why. All right, next up, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Hanged Man showing up for Virgo. Virgo, this is interesting because this tells me that there's some kind of heartache or heartbreak that you're processing today. But what I'm sensing is that it's not new. It's something that maybe you just haven't had time to process it yet, or maybe you've been avoiding processing it. But we do see you processing it today. I don't think it's a new heartache or a new heartbreak. I think it's one you've been carrying around with you a while. You're doing some work on getting through that today. Break on through to the other side. Next up, we're looking at Libra. Wheel of Fortune showing up for you guys. This is like Aries, like, okay, you've dodged the bullet, only it's stronger, it's louder. That Wheel of Fortune says whatever has caused this heartache or this heartbreak works out well for you. There's nothing to expand on there. That's what it says. All right, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio. Two of Pentacles. Uh, I don't know that we've had anything amplify this so much. This basically says that we have our choice of heartaches and heartbreaks to think about. We have plenty of them to think about. There's more than one. Yay, us. Scorpios are known not to have the easiest life anyway. I do think that there's a little bit of a balancing act here. Like, it feels to me like there's, if we make one situation better, then it makes another situation worse, and vice versa. And I think we're trying to balance that out into something that actually, has the least heartache and heartbreak in it. I think that's what we're really working on there. Yippee skippy. All right, let's look at Sagittarius. Eight of Cups or Eight of Cups showing up here, Sagittarius. You're walking away from something that has left you feeling depleted or exhausted. And I think that it's really rough on you to walk away from it. The idea of recognizing what the situation is and recognizing that it hasn't improved or that it's not going to improve, that's the heartbreak for you. But having the maturity to walk away from something that is breaking your heart rather than stay in there and have 1,000 more stab wounds go into that heart is really much better for you. Capricorn, we have for you guys. Strength card. What is happening? There's a couple of things that I'm picking up on here. The first one is, I'm just going to be honest with you. The first one is like this heartache or heartbreak. This is a strong one for you guys. This isn't on the lower end of the heartache and heartbreak scale. This is a stronger one. For some of you, it could actually be physically dealing with some kind of heart issues, like medically, physically dealing with some kind of heart issues. Could have to do with your body with that strength card. Boop-a-da-doo-doo. Boop-a-da-doo-doo. Hmm. And then the other way that it could come in, Capricorns, is that you've got somebody in your sphere of influence who is dealing with a heartache or heartbreak, and you end up being the support person that they lean on as they are working through this. That could be going on as well. So I think we've got like 70% of you are dealing with a heartache or heartbreak, and about 35% of you maybe are dealing with somebody who is dealing with a heartache, and you're the support person. Hmm. And then we do have, I hate to say it, but I think somebody is having some kind of physical issue with the heart today too. So if you guys notice symptoms, don't waste time getting yourself checked out. I did have a prediction one time that mentioned this, very similar to this. And then I had somebody write me an email that I had never heard from before, but that apparently watched me regularly, write me an email on the day that this was predicted saying that they were having da 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 symptoms and should they go to the emergency room. Don't write me an email. Go to the emergency room. Get somebody to check it out. Always better safe than sorry on that. All right, next up, let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius. Ten of Swords showing up in reverse. This just tells me that you have some kind of situation that was a source of tension or debate over the long term. You thought it was over, and now it's coming back up. This is where the heartache and the heartbreak is coming from. It's coming from that source of tension or debate showing back up again. Excuse me. My apologies. I thought I had silenced my phone. So something's showing back up again. All right, next up, we're looking at Pisces. Pisces. Okay, Six of Wands showing up for Pisces. What's going on here? Pisces, I think you're having some kind of old heartache or heartbreak sort of fixed today. It looks to me like you're getting some acknowledgement for and some appreciation for something that I think you've been doing this for a long time. People haven't really been acknowledging or appreciating it. I also think you're going to kind of fall out of your chair whenever this happens. Not literally, but I think it's definitely going to take you by surprise whenever this happens. And honestly, I think that whatever this is that you're now being appreciative for or acknowledged for, I think you've been doing this long enough that on the one hand, yeah, it's really gratifying to hear that. But on the other hand, I think it really makes you kind of aggravated that it took them this long to notice. So it's almost like one version of that heartache is being healed up. That version that says nobody really notices what I do for them, or somebody doesn't notice what I do for them. And on the other hand, we've got this other resentment that's forming now. It's like, oh, it took you this long to figure that out. It's interesting the way that's playing out for you, Pisces. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your precious time with me. Remember, I am doing readings and Reiki sessions. Um, and what else? Yeah, readings and Reiki sessions. So get a hold of me. Um, all my contact information is at the website below. I do offer other services if you're in the local area and you have unwanted spiritual visitors at your house. I do cleanse properties, homes and businesses, stuff like that as well. So I do a lot of stuff. Y'all check out my services. Okay, so that's what I've got. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting a thumbs up on this video if you found it helpful. Thank you for sharing it to the world if you think somebody else might find it helpful. And thank you for leaving me some feedback down below in the comments. Everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.